What's happening, Tricksters? Beatrix here. Welcome back to Pokemon Violet Type versus Type Mini Tournament. This is Round 2, Battle 2 of Ghost versus Fairy. Ghost won the first round, that was me. Faye has switched up her team this time around. We are allowed to switch up teams in between battles. So we've got the Galarian, Weezing, Klefki is a menace, Hatterene hits hard. There's the Azumarill, I'm sure it has huge power. Florges and Mimikyu, we both have Mimikyu again. Florges, I know it's a huge special defensive beast. So it's kind of an intimidating team going on here, but I'll just lead with Mimikyu, see if I can get a couple Swords Dances and do some damage. Faye sends out the Klefki while I send out Mimikyu. And right off the bat, I know I'm in trouble. This Klefki is going to want to use my own attack against me with Foul Play. So I'm not going to want to be doing any Swords Dances. Already I'm looking at my Pokemon, see who wants to switch in here. But I decide to stay and just do some damage with Shadow Claw. As Klefki uses that Prankster to throw out the spikes, RIP to Gengar's Focus Sash. I hit him with the Shadow Claw. Okay damage, but of course you have the leftovers, getting a little bit of health back there. So at this point I'm like, I'm out of here. Mimikyu can't stay in here, at least my disguise is still intact. So I switch into Chandelure because it is a special attack user, so if Klefki chooses to use Foul Play, hopefully it won't hurt that much. Which is exactly what happens. Klefki hits me with the Foul Play, and man, that takes a lot of damage for me being a special attacker. I just want to get these keys out of my face. So I take a chance and just blast him with a flamethrower. But Faye sees the fire attack coming and switches Klefki on out of there. Sends in the Azumarill. Azumarill takes that flamethrower quite nicely. And it's times like these where I wish I wasn't locked into one move with that Choice Scarf. I would love to hit it with Energy Ball, but watch it have Sap Sipper or some nonsense like that. Anyway, I've got to switch out. My Drifblim seems like the best choice against this Azumarill. Can probably tank whatever it wants to throw at me. Azumarill goes for the liquidation. As expected, Drifblim takes that nicely. And I don't waste any time, I just throw up the Tailwind. While Faye pulls back Azumarill and sends out Hatterene. Tailwind is up, so my side of the field is faster. And there's nothing I really want to do to the Hatterene, and I want to take full advantage of this Tailwind, so I switch on out to Bramblegast. Get a little bit of hurt by the spikes, but my attack is raised because of Wind Rider. And now I am in trouble because Hatterene throws out the Trick Room. That means slower Pokemon are gonna go first, and I just threw out the Tailwind, so she planned this right from the moment she saw Drifblim. So I'm like, oh, what do I want to do? Obviously the Hatterene is gonna go first. I just figured, let me get some damage with Phantom Force, but I should have known that Mystical Fire was coming right away. If I did, then I'd have done the Shadow Sneak, at least get a little bit of damage before I went down. But I'm in trouble here because the Tailwind is going to make all my Pokemon faster than hers. So all her Pokemon's going to go first with a Trick Room. It's not a fun place to be. I send out Mimikyu because at least I have the disguise to survive one hit. I go ahead and use Shadow Claw, that's going to be super effective damage against this Psychic Fairy. Psycho Shock to break my disguise. And Shadow Claw does tremendous damage. I'm really happy with that. Tailwind fades out, but I'm still not taking any chances. I'm just gonna go and hit it with a Shadow Sneak, and that is enough to take out the Hatterene. So, good strategy. Galarian Weezing comes out. I know this thing is pretty defensive, so not the best matchup against Mimikyu. Goes ahead and uses Thunderbolt. That doesn't do much damage, but it does manage to paralyze Mimikyu. I chomp on my Lumberry, heal myself of that paralysis, and throw over a Shadow Claw, see how much damage it can do. Decent enough considering how defensive Weezing is. And he gains a little bit of HP back with that Black Sludge. I try my luck with another Shadow Claw. I'm going first now that the dimensions have gone back to normal. But now he hits me with a Will-O-Wisp. Oh, that's gonna half my attack. That's not what Mimikyu needs right now, especially since I didn't get the chance to do a Swords Dance or anything. And now my Lumberry was used up on paralysis. I'm seeing who I can switch into. But at the end of the day, most times it's just better to stay in. I try my luck with a Swords Dance, get some of the attack back that I'm losing to burn. Weezing goes in and hits me with a Sludge Bomb. Mimikyu almost dies to that. And then the burn damage takes me down to 2 HP. I can't believe I survived that. It was a risky play I did with the Swords Dance. And for what? It's not like I can take out Weezing. Anyway, I do a Shadow Claw before Mimikyu faints to whatever move Weezing is going to do. Clear Smog. Mimikyu goes down. And at least now I have a free switch in to this Weezing. Send out Luciarnaga to clean up shop. Hurt a little bit by the spikes. A Shadow Ball will take care of the Weezing. And it is down. Faye sends out her own Mimikyu. And I'm not sure what Mimikyu wants to do, whether it's a Swords Dance or just straight out attack. But I figure if it is going to Swords Dance, then this would be the best time to switch out to a better fitting matchup. I send out my Drifblim just to tank some attacks and maybe set up a little bit. But Mimikyu goes ahead and attacks with a Shadow Claw. And Mimikyu lost a little bit of health. That means it's holding a Life Orb. At this point, there's not much I can do. I just hit Acrobatics to hopefully break its disguise. But Mimikyu comes in with the Shadow Sneak, takes out Drifblim. At least you take a little bit of damage with that Aftermath. But oh my goodness, I'm like, this Mimikyu is still standing strong with its disguise still up. What am I gonna do? No matter which Pokemon I send out, I just have to attack it once, maybe sacrifice it just to break its disguise. I send out Goldengo, hoping that it can tank one move and then take down its disguise. Maybe I underestimated Mimikyu with a Life Orb, but that Shadow Claw completely annihilates Goldengo. It is a critical hit. So I'm like, oh no, what am I gonna do? This Mimikyu is sweeping my team. And I haven't even taken down its disguise. I could send out Gengar. Its Focus Sash is useless with the spikes on the field. But I think, you know what? There might just be one way to take down this Mimikyu. I'm not above trickery. I know I'm gonna move first, but no matter what move I do, it's gonna just hit Mimikyu's disguise. So I just go with a Destiny Bond. And when Mimikyu takes me out with a Shadow Claw, Gengar goes down, but guess what? Mimikyu is going down too. So I am not mad at that. It's not every day you get to take out a Mimikyu without even breaking its disguise, so I'll take it. Now my last Pokemon is Chandelure, and it doesn't have that much HP, so things may not be looking that bright for me. Faye sends out the keys again. I get hurt by spikes and I have to choose my move wisely because this is the move that I'll have to use for the rest of the battle. I know there's still an Azumarill hiding in the back, so that persuades me against using Flamethrower. I haven't used my Terrestrialize yet, so why not? I terraform into Ghost, use Shadow Ball, and hit it as hard as I can. Ooh, Chandeler's so shiny. Out goes the Shadow Ball, and I am locked in for the rest of the battle. And that does awesome damage to Klefki. I should have done that a long time ago. Miraculously, Chandelure survives Foul Play with 1 HP. It's so amazing. I can't believe I'm going to be able to take down this Klefki. One more Shadow Ball takes down the keys, and I'm happy to at least get one more Pokemon under my belt. And Faye sends out Florges. Oh, why did it have to be Florges? I know how specially defensive Florges is. It's one of my favorites for special defense. But Faye goes ahead and terraforms her into a dark type. So again, not expecting that since I didn't know that was part of the rules. I thought your terraform type would have to be the same as your battle type, which would be fairy. But it's all good. I hit her with the Shadow Ball, and of course that does nothing with the resisted type and the special defense beast. And Flora just hits me with a Terra Blast, a dark Terra Blast. I'm like, come on, I only had 1 HP. You didn't have to hit me that hard. You could have sneezed and I'd have died. Anyway, that is Battle 2 of Round 2. The win goes to Fairy this time, so that means we're going to have a tiebreaker match. Stick around to see how that goes. Thank you all for joining me. I appreciate you here being with me as we go through this type versus type tournament. I'll see you in the next battle. Bye!